Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. I know that the last video that I sent was me being very honest about the situation and how I really felt that day. So the question is, am I going to give up on the journey back to Zimbabwe? The answer is no. So, I think that it's very normal for you to ask yourself the question, or this question: have you made the right move? And it may not just be moving back to Africa, it may be you moving to the United Kingdom or America, and a lot of people do ask these questions because I think everybody does or will go and find hurdles, and it's normal. For me, it's normal to ask these questions because I have been through a lot of challenges, and so has a lot of people. And I faced challenges when I moved to the UK, and to adapt to a new system. And it's the same thing that I'm experiencing right now, And of course, I've moved to the Zimbabwe in 2021, and my family has stayed here since. And now we're looking at certain situations that we are going through, and and I'm now asking myself, are we making the right move? So to answer the question, guys, no, I'm not going to give up. We don't give up. I've been through worse situations than this, and when I see my children like this, guys, they're practicing, they're learning communication, and I know that they will never experience this, if they were going to be in the UK. Not to say that there's nothing going on in the UK. Of course there is, and there is opportunities there, and there are doors that can open. But the main reason and the core reason why we decided to move to Zimbabwe, is in our hearts, and we know why, and we can see the rewards, and it's not all gray. And I just wanted to make sure that this channel is real. It's been real. We are grown-ups, and we're not talking to children, and I don't want to make it seem like everything is all fun and everything is just like smoothly. No. And I just want to be true and real, because I don't want to be in a place where you guys feel like, how come we were not warned about this? And not every Zimbabwean you're going to go through is going to think about making money out of your pocket. Of course, things are tough, so people will be more creative. And we experience that, but we also experience a very positive note. I'll give you an example. When my car broke down, I was not too far from my mom's house, and I had to make some phone calls, to get my car back to town. Okay, so I had called about 4 people just in case, because it was a Sunday, just to make sure that I had guarantee and certainty that somebody, definitely one of those people, were going to help me. So I called one of my friends that I saw going past me, they also, parents live not too far from my parents, so they went to celebrate Mother's Day. And I messaged them and I said, listen, could you please give me a lift back home with my 2 children? And obviously they were celebrating, so I didn't get a response. And then there's another gentleman that lives not too far from my mom's house again. So I then thought, okay, if I can get someone who can tow me, I'll go and ask him if he can give me like a tow bar or tow ropes. Then I called my uncle and my cousins to say, do you mind if you come into the area where I am? And this place is about 19 km away from town. Could you please give me a lift and tow the car back to town? And of course they were at church, so I had to now wait for the responses. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I had 4 people who were at my rescue that day, and did not ask me for a penny because of the help. The gentleman was looking around, like I'm talking about 30 minutes, constantly looking for rope. I had the couple that went to see their parents come over looking around for me. My parents told me which house I was at, searching for a rope. They came over asking me, would you like the lift? At that moment, I had my cousins come over with the car to help me tow. So I think those are signs from God to say that, listen, as much as tough times come, he shows that he's there. And I think it's about looking at the positive sides as well. You know, when you now also look at yesterday, for example, I was in Texas. I went to go buy some meat, you know, for the family, you know, and the mechanic got me a lift to get some meat. I had to walk to town, and then I walked to the garage, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to walk back home. So the mechanic gave me a lift. I went to the butcher first. He took me to the butcher, and as I was queuing up, there was an old lady with $20, and she wanted to buy mackerel with $1. And with this note, they couldn't give a change. And I heard a lady behind me saying, "Don't worry, I'll put it on my bill." And I was at $1, and I just thought, you know what? Actually, I got the change. Let me just give it to the shopkeeper so she could just pay the bill for the old lady. But what I'm trying to say is that there is kindness. So in life, you have to look for the positives and not just focus on the negatives. But at the same time, don't be blind enough not to see something coming to an end. I want this journey to be authentic. I didn't have to tell anybody that I was living in a car. You know, number one, it's not the most comfortable thing to do. Okay, but I just thought it is important to show the journey. This is me being real, and you know, I want you guys to look at this and maybe get ideas. So when I explained that video yesterday, it was amazing to see so many comments of people encouraging, and I also got phone calls and messages, you know, asking me if I'm okay. And my answer was, yes, I am okay. You know, I've been through worse situations and tough situations, but I wanted to put this on camera so that at least you can feel, and maybe if you're going through the same thing, is that you know that you're not alone, and to show that no matter how strong you are and how much of a go-getter you are, there will be hurdles, there's going to be challenges. And for me, not, like I said, I'll repeat this again, but for me not to put this through, you know, won't be fair, because then when you come to Zim and you start facing the situations, you might think you're the only person that's going through this, and it's not true. A lot of people are, and a lot of people end up giving up because they feel like they're the ones that are being targeted. You're not the only one, guys, and this year will apply to anybody who makes a change. If you don't give this a try, you'll never know. You'll never learn. My wife was laughing, saying that we know about cars, things about cars we never knew about. And that has changed our mindsets, and we see cars differently. When someone drives past me in the UK or in Zimbabwe, wherever I am, and I hear a certain noise, I can recognize it and relate it to the problem, because I've now experienced that. I've never been used to fixing a car over and over and over again. This is alien to me, and it's not. And this is not unique to me. It's happening everywhere. People are complaining about the same things. So why am I saying this? Wherever there's a problem, there is a solution. Guys, we need to bring fresh ideas. If there's any kindness that we can put into this country and show another way of doing things, let's do it. Don't just follow the rhythm. You need to create your rhythm, and also put a bit of influence, a bit of oomph into Africa, wherever you are. It's something that I need to focus on, is me, and not just my surroundings. Is what am I doing to make a difference? If I'm driving and someone is reversing, am I the one that's also going to copy and squeeze through, or am I going to wait? It might just plant a seed in that person, and he might realize actually he will do the same tomorrow. You don't know the difference that you are making just being here. People may not tell you, but there could be that little ripple that will spread out. So guys, I'm not giving up. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep fighting. And I know that this country is changing. I've seen the differences. In 2014, we had to pray that you would make it from Mashingo to Harare because the roads are bad. Today, we don't have to worry as much because the roads are good. They're perfect. And so the country is getting good. It's getting there. It's a milestone. It's also a journey. So we have to just realize that, guys, Rome wasn't built in one day. So thank you so much, guys. And please comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Bye.